Hey everybody, this video has been a long time coming. I've been delaying it because I was kind of afraid to talk about this and afraid to tell people that a certain aspect of something I've been working hard on has failed. But the truth is the BWWLC, which is the biggest winter weight loss challenge that I've been running for over 2 years, has failed me. And what that means is that I'm not going to do it anymore. And I'm not going to run anymore. Now, the good news is that it's helped other people, and I'm really glad that it helps other people, but for me, it became kind of a yo-yo exercise, and I wasn't able to maintain it. I did a video a couple of days ago about overwhelm and feeling burnt out, and so one of the challenges is trying to make sure it works for other people and for myself, but it was a lot of time to administer it. It was a lot of time to follow up with people with, getting their weigh-ins. It was a lot of time to try to organize things. But the hardest part actually was the time in between. We do like a 6-week thing or a 5-week or 8-week thing, and then there'd be a week in between, during which time I would binge like crazy, and it didn't really work. And then I would work again. And so one of the things that I found really helpful was that I think the program works. I think the program definitely works, but I didn't have the time to create the consistency that I wanted. And so it's not going to fit in my life anymore, and I need to find ways to create consistency and create a longer mindset. And I've tried everything, and people give me great advice on things like keto and intermittent fasting and working out and Weight Watchers, and they all work for different reasons. And I still think the BWWLC was the best thing because 1, there's a financial incentive. 2, there was a support group of people. 3, there was accountability. And 4, there was privacy if you wanted it. And so for all those different reasons, I found it really a great tool to encourage it. But I think it would be much better to have that tool as something that was ongoing and kept going. And people just join in at, someone joins in on January 1st, another person joins it on February 22nd, another one person joins on April 1st, and they do the program every 6 weeks, and they just report the results. And I can't manage that, but it would have helped them. Over the last 2 years, I lost my best one. I lost 22 pounds, and one time I actually won the thing, and a couple times one time I came second, one time I came third. But I'm sharing this because I think it's important for you to understand that it's important to continue with the journey, to keep trying different things. And just because it doesn't fit in my life and it's failed me doesn't mean it can't fail other people. I totally would love to see other people take this on, take the system and the format and the methodology I've created and run with it. And whether they want to do it in the Fit in My Life group or elsewhere, I highly recommend it because I definitely think it works. Over 2 years, we have helped almost 100 people lose a cumulative 300 to 400 pounds. That's great. For me, it didn't work because I would lose weight, then gain weight, lose weight, then gain weight, lose weight, then gain weight. And right now, like in the last 2-3 months, I can tell you I'm feeling pretty blah about myself because I'm now at my highest weight in a couple years. I'm at 255, and I definitely appreciated the community and the mindset that it had for me, but it wasn't sustainable and it was too yo-yo-ish. I'd rather have something that's sustainable and keep going. Like I'd rather make a target where, for my next birthday, which is 4 months away, I want to hit this kind of weight goal. That to me would be better. This Fit in My Life journey started in 2013, and over the years, it's been hard, but what I can tell you the best I ever had was 7 months straight of consistency. And then it fell apart when I went on vacation to Europe and and I never got back the momentum. I truly believe that if I can create sustainability and do it over an entire year of seasonality, an entire year of birthdays and holiday parties and Christmas and barbecues and summer and all that kind of stuff, anniversaries, I'll be able to then create something that's much more sustainable. But right now, I'm feeling pretty sad about my weight, and I'm already thinking ahead of things like Halloween coming up and how the holidays and my birthday, and I want to try to find a way to make it better. So, what I can tell you is that, I do appreciate the people that have been involved. I do appreciate all the people that have been part of this and have done. I think it's fantastic what people have accomplished with it. I think it's great. Good for all of you who've accomplished it, but for me, it doesn't work. What works for me is having a plan. What works for me is having accountability. So that's why I'm doing this video, even though I feel kind of down on myself and how I look, particularly. The beard doesn't help either, but the beard's just a test. I'm going to shave this off soon, but it's more this part here that kind of bugs me. So for the most part, I did do a 30-day challenge where I gave up caffeine and tried to go low sugar, and I tried to give up a restaurant. The restaurant thing completely fell off the wagon, but the caffeine thing, yeah, I've been off caffeine. And I love when people, hi everybody joining. I've been off caffeine now for 35 days, so no tea in 35 days, which I think is amazing because I can tell you that first week was just absolute hell. And hello, Geneva. I'd like to come out there, and then do some speaking. That'd be fun and training. It was hard. It was hard the first week, like headaches, and I needed 2-hour naps and 10-hour sleeping patterns. And it tells me that when you are, and we all talk about caffeine, but the truth is, it's amazing how much of a effect it has on us, how much it wreaks havoc on us if you can just get off it. So I know that now that I'm off it, I feel much better in terms of my sleeping, in terms of my energy levels. I think that's great. The only thing now I think I'm not sure I want to drink tea anymore, or maybe I'll have 1 tea a month or something. I'll have to have a tea party with all you guys, and then we'll get together and we'll do tea. But otherwise, I'm not going to drink tea anymore because now that I'm off it, just like I got off McDonald's on March 31st, 2009. I think that it's better to just stay off it. I have a very compulsive nature, and I think that if I take on things, I'm just going to start eating bad or drinking bad or whatever it might be. So I'm off of it, and it's great. I'm happy to not be here, not be doing that. So caffeine's gone. So now my next step is, 1, I want to start working out more, and number 2, I want to start reducing my intake. And I find that once I get in a groove, I do really well. But I'd like to find a way to get all of you to join me in the same way, and let's do the same thing. And that's what the Fit in My Life group was all about. It was about sharing the struggle, sharing the challenges, sharing the accountability, and just popping in every couple of days or weekly to talk about what we're trying to do. And so for me, yeah, well, exactly. Sammy's saying create a long-term goal. Absolutely. I have a pretty strong understanding of my food issues. Like, for example, I know when I binge is because when I eat late or when I get busy, or is all in my head that I worked out so I can eat more. I know how my mind works, so if I can minimize those things, I think I'll be in a much better situation. Although I will tell a lot of people here that one of the things that's helped me tremendously is for a couple of years I was trying really hard not to ever binge. But what I've learned is I have to embrace the fact that I will binge, and I do binge. I talked to Paul Royston about his fat project, how he gave that up, and he really inspired me because he said, what? We're obese and we'll be obese for a long time. The chances are we'll stay obese, but we can still work on being healthier and embrace and start to love ourselves and love our bodies and who we are. So with the binging thing, what I've learned to do is, number 1, I embrace the fact that it's going to happen. But number one, I try to decrease the frequency from when the gap between when they happen. Number 2, I try to decrease the severity of the binges. And number 3, I try to transition quicker from that binge to that night versus several days or a week. So these are all things that I'm aware of that I try to do. But I think that if there's a way for us to, create a community, that's what Fit in My Life is all about, for people to share stuff and share their journey, share their struggles. I found the 6 weeks on, 1 week off, 6 weeks on did not work for me. It's got to be an ongoing thing. So, I'd like to find people who are willing to do 30 days, and just keep going. 30 days, 30 days, this, 30. And baby steps. Don't do like 7 things at once. I'm going to work out 6 times a week, and then I'm going to give up all food. I'm going to give up sugar, give up caffeine. I'm going to sleep more. I'm going to baby steps. I have now given up caffeine for more than 30 days. It's now gone. What's the next thing? Baby steps. I want to start working out. That's the thing. So hot yoga, strength training. So I'm trying to book my friend Nick. I'm trying to book my friend Tammy to start doing, I booked my friend Carol and Natalia to start doing these things. That's the baby steps. That's the 30 days. The next 30 days, I'm going to put something else in there. And if you're willing to join me for that, that might be fun. But, I'm open to ideas. Comment below what you think are some of the, people are sharing some great ideas. What's the best way to do a long-term thing? For the longest time, I never did one of those year-long, weight loss challenges. I'd rather just focus on being as healthy as I can, trying to learn to love my body and accept who I am and to get other people on board to be supportive. And actually, you know, Paul and I talked about some really cool ideas that we might implement next year, which is kind of interesting. So, because he's also a really strong advocate for healthy living and things like that. So, so I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you for doing this. And you know, failure. It's called failing forward. You know, BWWLC may have failed me, but it's not failing other people. And I have learned a lot from doing that program, and I've learned a lot from helping other people with their mindset, with their accountability, with their sharing their stories. And so, yeah, I just wanted to, you know, share this with you guys and let you know kind of how I'm feeling and what's going on with that, because I haven't talked about it in a while and I haven't posted about it in a while. So I think, you know, the next step is to do another 30-day challenge and start it out. You know, like, let's start now, because Halloween's next week, and I got to fit in my costume. So, you know, who wants to join me for, or maybe we set up like some sort of this a weekly salad, right? Or yeah, there you go, Antonio's 14-point challenge, or my 37-point challenge. But you know, what I really want is community. What I really want is accountability. What I really want is people to join me on a consistent basis, to keep going, keep talking, forgive yourself when things go badly, but keep getting back onto that accountability track. And I think that's the best way to go. So BWWLC, if someone wants to run it and make it year-long and ongoing with some sort of computer software or whatever online registration tool, I think it's an amazing tool. I think it works. But in the absence of that, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving day by day, step by step, story by story. And I appreciate all you guys joining me on the journey. Okay, so yeah, thanks for sharing that with me, spending time with me, and any more tips you have, please share them below. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Bye.